to multiply all your investments property. I wanted to share with you what is the BRRRR. So what that means is the best method for you to multiply all your investment properties. So follow me in all social media, and remember that we have classes every Thursday so you can start how to create more wealth with real estate. So this method that I'm going to show you today and I'm going to teach you today is the best method for all of us, for all of the investors that help us to continue growing our portfolio or real estate portfolio, and also maintain cash flow, and at the same time the minimum investments that we have help us to maintain investing in more properties. So let me show you what we have right now. So this is our last acquisition, and this is the first step in our method. Is purchasing, is buying. So is the P, where you are buying a real estate in a good price, a real estate to rent. So this is about real estate, investment properties. So first step will be to buy. So we just purchased this property, and this property, in my opinion, it's one of the best investments that we made for the last few months, because it's going to provide us a good return of our investment. So this is a 4-bedroom and 2-bath homes that means probably minimum initial investment to repair, to repair whatever happens here, or what happened the last tenant did in this house. So we bought it under market value. So first step, buy a good investment. Know your numbers, that's the key. Second step is to rehab the property. So one of the things that we need to do here are minimum, like repatching walls, fixing a little pieces of the flooring because it's damaged. There is a little water intrusion in that room, but needs to be fixed. Maybe repaint here and there, but not too much. So minimum repair is also very important, because the most improvements that you make in the house, the most money you will spend in. So one of the things that I really like on this property is that you have already counters, running counters, you have stainless steel appliances, the roof is only like 3 or 4 years old. So again, when you select an investment, you need to be sure what are the rehab, what you need to improve in the house, because that will be a big money that you will be spending. Now, there are some items that you will not be able to see until you actually start to work in the houses. But again, we got lucky that this property doesn't need too much rehab. So let me show you around here. So second step, rehab. So as you can see, there's not too much that you need to do right now here, but we will be spending probably $5,000–7,000 just to bring this to how we like to have the properties. Now the third step will be rent the house. So because this is going to be an investment property, so you need to be sure that you will have a tenant that is willing, able to pay the rent every month. So the selection of the tenant is very, very important, because again, you need to be sure that you will be receiving that rental every month, and that's the key. So here with Mi Casa Tu Casa National Real Estate, we have a process where we select the tenant and be sure that this tenant meet all the requirements for to pay the house, right? Like 3 times the rent, we rent credit report, background check, and evictions, and we're gonna do a little interview to the tenant and be sure that this is the right fit for all properties. Once we start to receive that rent, then we go to the fourth step, and I love that one. That is the refinancing process. So let's recap. First step, buy a house that meet certain requirements. Second step, rehab it. So that will be the first R. Third step will be renting the property. And now we go with the fourth one, that is refinancing. So if you purchase the property in cash, it will be way easier. But if you already have finance in place, like most of the people, now you need to refinance because you need to cash out the money that you already invest. So because you purchase the property at a good price, hopefully under market value, now you invest some money in improving the house and bringing some additional value to the house. Now when you're refinancing this property, you are refinancing it to the after repair value, to the top value of the property. So when you cash out this money, most likely you will be ending with money in your pocket. So let me explain you a little bit more about this. Most of the banks will refinance 70 to 75% of the property value, means to the value of the property after you already complete the renovations and after the property is already rented. So when that happens, you will have to have at least 25 or 30% of this value on the property. So let's assume that the property you purchased it for $100,000 and you already add probably $10,000 on value to the property, but that give you additional $5,000 or $10,000 more because improve the value of the property. So let's say now it's $120,000. So you are now cashing out 75% of that value, but you purchase it. Keep in mind, $100,000. So most likely, when you take this money out, you're already taking $10,000 that your property gain on value. Now you have that money in your pocket. The initial investment get reduced to minimum because now you only have probably $15,000 that you invest, and guess what? This is where you get the highest return of your investment. So this is very critical and it's very important when you follow this method. So it's because now you will be able to have more money in your pocket to invest in the next property. So remember, this is a cycle that you need to follow, and that's the last step of this method, that is repeat. And this is when I love the most, because now you're ready to find your next investment property. So hope you like this method, because this is what I've been doing for several years so far, and it's working perfectly fine to me and to a lot of different real estate investors. So it's very known method, and I want you to start doing this with our team. So we are Mi Casa Tu Casa with National Real Estate. Our phone numbers are 407-913-9388, and we are here in Central Florida helping you to start this real estate investment path, and we are your team here. So give us a call, because we're ready to help you to start to create that wealth and also that passive income that everybody loves. So see you next time. Ciao, ciao.